Hi, and welcome back, and now it's time for a highlight destination feature.
And we're talking panfish, and we're after the big ones. Big bluegills, crappies, yellow perch, and sunfish. But you know what? Not every body of water has the capacity to grow the fish to that size, and those are the lakes that we're after. So let's take a quick tour of some of the Midwest's finest panfish fisheries. Let's begin in the west with the Missouri River system in the Dakotas, particularly Lake Oahe. Best known as a walleye Mecca, Elahi currently has a bumper crop of crappies that are easily caught on traditional walleye tactics, like bottom bouncing with minnows. Numerous glacial lakes in the eastern Dakotas are known for big panfish, including jumbo yellow perch. Many of these waters were formerly shallow sloughs that exploded in productivity during high water conditions.
Look at the size of that crappie. Wow, look at that.
Wow.
In North Dakota, the Lake Audubon area near Cole Harbor is a crappie hotbed. A bit farther east, Devil's Lake is world famous for giant perch, particularly through the ice. Crossing into western Minnesota, a large number of fertile natural lakes produce outsized crappies and bluegills. The area from Alexandria, stretching on up to Park Rapids, has hundreds of waters where large panfish abound. In northern Minnesota, Leech Lake is a top producer of large crappies, bluegills, and perch.
This is as good as it gets for pan fishing, man. This is as good as it gets.
Huge Lake Winnibigoshish is well known for catching large perch, right along with the lake's abundant walleyes, with smaller surrounding waters being home to oversized crappies and bluegills. Lake Vermilion to the northeast hosts large schools of crappies ripe for catching as well. To the south and east, the Lake Onalaska area of the Mississippi River along the Minnesota-Wisconsin border is popular with ice fishermen for panfish. Giant Lake Winnebago is currently undergoing a crappie explosion, with fish being caught in traditional walleye areas in the main lake. Lake Ogeechobee in Michigan's Upper Peninsula has long been a favorite for yellow perch. To the east, harbor mouths rimming Lakes Michigan, Huron, St. Clair, and Erie are once again producing good numbers of large perch, following a downturn in the population a decade ago. Anglers fish off piers and breakwaters during spring when perch are relatively shallow. In essence, trophy panfish are widely available, although they don't just grow big everywhere. Larger waters tend to produce the biggest perch, while smaller, off-the-beaten-path lakes tend to put up the largest bluegills. Crappies can achieve large size in numerous lakes as long as they're not over-harvested, a common problem with panfish that catch and release and selective harvest can resolve.
When you hear the phrase catch and release and selective harvest, most of the time you're thinking walleye or you're thinking bass, but it's really important with panfish as well.
Oh, absolutely. You know, people think that there's an infinite supply of these big pans around, but it takes 10 years to grow a 1-pound bluegill, and that's a very, very valuable fish. So it's real important when the fish are up in shallow water and they're very accessible to overharvest. You know, keep a couple, preferably the modest size, throw the rest of the big ones back, and you'll help ensure the health of the fishery for years ahead.